Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, Andre?
How are you, bro?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Jeez, I was just looking at the ADR on pre-market stream, and so average daily range for those that don't know, I'm using the 5-day ADR. Look at. Let's just have a look at Nasdaq, and this is where it comes down to sizing, especially for you futures contract guys. I can have 1,000 points and still risk $1,000, so it
Yeah,
doesn't me. But for you futures guys, it's pretty must be
dude, it
quite
sucks.
difficult. It must be difficult to adapt, bro. Look at that $504, 504 ADR on Nasdaq compared to just literally on the
Dude, it
6th
sucks.
of 5th of June was 155 points. It's 5 times, bro. The amount.
It's honestly the worst because like for my trading style,
Yeah.
if I'm taking a retest of the orb, looking for an inside bar, looking for a gap fill or whatever, like the midpoint of the orb is 120 points away.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a fan of this, to be honest. I much preferred the price action a couple weeks ago, to be honest.
Yep.
Like, this is not great. I'm not a big fan of this, to be honest.
100%.
Yeah. We might get another divergence today on ES and NQ when it comes to the. Let me add. We got Jacob here. Let me add him.
Jacob, I'm live on his channels as well. There we go. He's tuning in.
What's up, Jacob?
Hello, how are you guys?
Good, bro. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to meet you, James.
Yeah, you too, bro. You too. Did we didn't trade live together when I was in the States?
I'm not quite sure. I don't remember that.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think we did.
No.
I don't know, bro. I was so busy in the States. Could have been. I'm not too sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Good to meet you, bro.
Good to meet you too.
I'm gonna pull up my screen quick.
Yeah, get up your screen. I was just going over quite a few reports pre-market with the guys, but we obviously have that SpaceX IPO today as well, right?
What do you think about that? Actually,
I don't know what is it. I'm sorry.
SpaceX?
No, I know like Elon Musk and space, but I don't know.
I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw that IPO. I don't know what is IPO. I'm sorry.
It means the stock is going. You're going to be able to buy the stock. Like you'll be able to buy. You'll be able to buy the company now.
Don't worry, it's probably a good thing. Just wait for it to come down, and then you'll know what it is that you buy.
Yeah. I would definitely not buy it today. That's for sure.
Okay.
But it's just the first time a company gets listed publicly for people to purchase.
Jacob, are you from France? Where you tuning in from?
No, I'm not from France, but I speak French. I'm French Canadian.
Okay.
So
I was going to say I only know one phrase in French. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
That's funny, but yeah, I'm like Canadian. So
Canadian. Oh yes, I speak French in Canada. That's
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with Napoleon Bonaparte and all those guys.
James, you want to know something hilarious?
What's that?
Andrew Tate replied to Jacob's tweet once.
Really?
Yeah. I was so I started the year in Dubai. So I went to Dubai for like tax purposes because here in Canada it's just crazy, like 50%. They just take most of my payout money. So I went to Dubai for like two months, and I was there, and they were like everything going on with the war and like Iran, Trump, and everything. So like I saw a real missile like flying around and stuff. So I was like freaking out, and I tweet, "Oh my god, I'm freaking out!" And my family was with me at this time, so I was freaking out, and I tweet, "I'm freaking out. I just want to go back in Canada with my family." Yes. And Andrew Tate just replied to me and say like, "Shut up, pussy." Yeah, he told me like never. Yeah, he told me like never
That's
come back.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, maybe he can play the tough guy, but I will be honest, I was scared for my life, and I was scared.
He let you say, "Shut up, pussy." That's crazy, dude.
You can
insane.
You can check it out on my Twitter. It's so
I'm gonna go check that out. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's funny. And this tweet like went viral for me, like 2 million impressions. So it was
wow.
Yeah.
Let me have a look at that. That's pretty crazy. That is a wild story.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I totally understand why you'd be scared. Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, yeah, I was scared, and
Of course, anyone would be.
yeah, I was not like, this is not something happening in Canada. You know, I'm not used to that kind of
Sure.
lifestyle and that
Yeah.
kind of. I don't know those kind of things. I only see that in paper news, so I was not like used to it. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy.
What do you like about price action today? By the way, you guys.
Jacob, you can go first.
Yeah, me personally, I will be honest, completely honest. I don't trade as early as that. I trade maybe around, can be around 10:30, maybe 11. I try to take the extension of the IB. So
Yeah.
usually I just wait for price to form a trend, and I just go with the trend most of the time. So I don't pay attention to early, I will say. Like 9:30, I don't really trade it. And I think most maybe beginners shouldn't trade 9:30 because there's a lot of volatile and it can be a lot of fake out. So it can be very tricky to trade at this time, I believe.
Yeah. No, I mean, we usually wait till 9:15, or
Mm.
sorry, 9:15, 9:45.
Wait,
9:45.
I found the tweet. I found the tweet.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this is hilarious.
Here, are you going to
dude.
pull it up?
I'm freaking out in Dubai right now. I'm with my family. I just want to leave and go in Canada.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
getting you banned from re-entry.
Yeah,
This
exactly. And
guy's crazy, dude.
yeah, it's
Oh,
funny, man.
shucks. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
It is.
that's insane.
Well,
Well,
I'm getting you banned from. He acts like he's a sheik of Dubai. I'm getting you banned from re-entry.
Yeah. I mean, he has some connections, so I don't know if it's real or.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Do you see the comment here from Robert? He said, "I'll think of that story next time I pay my taxes." Glad you're
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we
yeah, I'm
usually
just
wait
thinking-
for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what we normally do as well, Jacob. So like I like
Perfect.
using like the opening range, you know, like the first 15 minutes opening range.
Yeah.
And I like the two reports I love to use with the edgeful is the opening candle continuation report and the previous day's range report. But we're obviously trading well outside those. I mean, it was a crazy move yesterday on the NASDAQ, it rallied like 700 points in an hour. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It was in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, afternoon.
Yeah, at 1:30. There must have been a headline, obviously, but
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
yeah, there
was
one of
there was a headline saying that he's going to stop. Trump's not going to. He's going to pause the bombings or some crap. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't been. I've not been a fan of these, like the last couple of weeks of the price action of the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I don't really like the huge ranges like this. I obviously don't like chop, but if I go to like a 1 minute chart on NQ for a second, and you like, this is obviously a catalyst. Like there was a headline, but
yeah,
if you look at this, like this is a 200.1 minute candle.
Yeah, this
like
is crazy.
If you go to even to the morning, like these like 1 minute candles are 100 points.
100 points. Yeah.
Like a 116.1 minute candle here, 100.1 minute candle.
It's actually this is actually making me want to swing trade sometimes, bro. Because I'm like if you're in the opposite direction of that 1 minute bar, that's pretty crazy, bro. Especially for like prop firm accounts.
Yeah,
dude, it's just like your position size, and you can like your position sizing gets so like messed up because you're not going to set your stop 200 points away. And
Exactly.
if a 1 minute bar is 100 points, like what are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, especially on how much would that be on one marker on NQ?
100 points is $200.
Jeez. So literally,
It's
it's
$2 per point.
Jeez,
And if you're trading minis, it's $20.
So if you net like 5 macros on a 50K, you can get slaughtered.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And Trevor, why you don't like those big ranges? Because the risk can be very hard to do, like the stop loss placement, you will say?
Yeah, like even if you're looking at the orb, like if we look at yesterday's orb, maybe yesterday actually wasn't a good example. Here, the day before was a good example for the orb.
Yeah.
Like something that I like to do. I mean, I'll try to find a little bit of a cleaner example just so I can get the point across. But like, okay, here. a very clean example, this is obviously in hindsight, but like the type of trade that I would want to take here is the break and the retest of the orb low looking for continuation, right?
Okay.
If I enter here and I want to set my stop at somewhere that's like invalidating my trade, not just I'm risking 50 points. Like if I want to try to get my stop to be somewhere that invalidates my actual trade, let's just say the midpoint of the orb is going to be the place that I set it. That's 90 points away.
Yeah.
If I want to use the orb high, impossible. That's 170 points away. I'm not doing that. So like where you can't set a 50-point stop because like one candle can just like rip it.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Like it's done. So I'm not too big of a fan of these giant ranges because if you're using, like if you're trying to take a trade and you want to have, you don't want a 100-point stop, which I don't like to leave a 100-point stop. My sweet spot is between 40 and really like 40 to 50 points.
Yeah.
If my stop has to be bigger than 50 points, I would prefer a better entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's hard. Like even like, let's look at this. The opening, it's not even 1 minute has passed. 50 seconds has passed 130 points on the candle.
This is
like, what are we doing? Like,
and
so
why you
is
think
like,
recently it's going crazy? Do you think it's headlines? Do you think is what is going on in the world? Or
yeah, I mean, I think that there's like the IP, like the SpaceX IPO, like all the AI, like Anthropic IPO, OpenAI IPO is coming. Like they already, I mean, Anthropic already filed for their IPO, but I don't know. Just we're also at all-time highs. So another thing to consider is that if we go to a daily chart quickly. If we go to a daily chart for a second, like last year, when NQ was trading at 18,000, a 100-point range is a lot smaller of a percentage move, right? So it's 0.5% at 18,000 when NQ is trading at 18,000. Now a 100-point move is only 0.2%.
Yeah.
Like as the price gets higher,
it will get bigger.
All the ranges are going to get bigger. So like
it
makes it even more difficult to use. Like at 11,000, you can like a 100-point move is like not even, it's a huge move. But at 30,000, it's not that crazy. It's like, so that's the difficult, that's the scary part about as NQ continues to continues like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, like if you're going to be risking 100 points at 50,000, like it'll happen in 1 second.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's a little bit, it's honestly not something I've really thought about until now of like, if NQ continues to run, like maybe then they're going to have to do an even smaller contract.
Sure.
Like something smaller than the micros.
Yeah, I mean, like Top Steps start to adapt when metal were going crazy. They restrict like the sizing. So we'll maybe see that in the proper space across like all the companies.
Yeah, but like, what do you do if you're going to trade one micro? Yeah, I mean, like here, like Nathan said, a nano. Like, I don't know. Like if NQ is trading at 50,000 and one micro, and it moves 1,000 points a day. Every day is 1,000 points. Like you're trading one micro, like you're going to get torched. Like the risk is just too big.
Yeah, I agree.
So you might need something smaller as these prices continue to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we're getting a pretty strong sell.
Yeah, we're getting. This is pretty aggressive. No, I was just going to say yesterday I had 2 longs on NQ, nice winners, just quick scalps, like, but both of them were over 100 points. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, bro, it's pretty wild, to be honest.
We're getting a heavy sell-off here, as you mentioned.
I know. Jacob, you trade on the 1 minute, right?
Yeah, I will say switch from 1 minute to 5 minutes. I don't go on higher time frame or daily bias.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the 1 minute and the 5 minute.
Yeah. I think it's very simple. Do you guys trade a prop firm or live account, personal live account, or I'm not familiar.
I
I
do
So
trade
both.
I trade just my personal capital.
okay, okay,
I don't really like the rules too much. I haven't really. I've tried the prop firms, but I never. Like one of the first ones I ever tried was Top Step, and I used to go on
yeah,
Top Step TV.
okay,
I actually passed one of the evals in 8 days. Went on Top Step TV, explained like the reports I used, like I did the whole thing. But then
yeah,
I hate the like for my trading style, the drawdown that trails. I'm not a big fan of it because the style that I like to trade is usually higher win rate but a smaller risk to reward.
same,
So like
yeah,
sometimes you go in if you hit like 2 or 3 losers in a row, like
yeah,
your trailing drawdown gets hit.
yeah. I agree.
So that's the piece where I find that personal capital works better for my trading style. But I know that there are people like Mr. Zink, Dan, yourself, like
Yeah,
you've curated your style around making it work with prop firms, and like there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like I think that's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, also,
And
what a reversal right now.
damn, yeah, the market is crazy right now.
Yeah. What were you saying, Jacob?
Yeah, James, are you trading prop firm or your personal live account?
Yeah, I'm doing both, but I trade the
Both?
CFD prop. I'll trade the CFD props
Okay.
more because I'm in South Africa, right? So we can't
Okay,
really trade
understand.
with a lot of the prop firms like the futures prop firms just because I'm based in South Africa.
Okay, understand.
Yeah, but I do both. I've been trading personal cash accounts for like 9 years, so it's what I know best. But obviously, the prop firms are nice because you don't really risk your own. You
Exactly.
only risk the money that you pay, obviously.
Yeah.
Is there
Because
any prop firm you can like future prop firm you can trade
there's
there?
there's a few. There's maybe like maybe 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, but like we
Um,
can't really trade with Top Step and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
there's a comment here. Edgeful prop 2027.
Yeah.
What do you like the best? I mean, he just took his headphones out. Jacob, what do you like? Like, what are the rules you look for when you're looking at a prop firm? Like, what are things you avoid, and what are things that you like?
Obviously, I need a good prop firm that payout. Don't reject payout.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to name drop here, but yeah, if you deny some payout,
Yeah, it's better to not name drop.
yeah. I will not be a
Just like
brain
you hit
risk.
with a
Yeah,
you hit with a lawsuit, then you're gonna have to go back to Canada.
exactly. I will be respectful, but yeah, just I don't like DLL on my account, so most likely I will choose the account with no DLL. And the worst thing is DLL plus consistency, because if you have one bad day, like this is very hard to come back because you cannot make a big day again. Like this is like very bad, I think, for my personal like trading style. DLL plus consistency is the worst, so I always take um like the account with either the consistency or either the DLL. But again, DLL I don't really like that. Other than that, pro firm, I mean, yeah, the pro firm that we can trade 5 accounts at the same time, I think it's good. Most of
Yeah.
pro firm are that way now.
Yeah.
And yeah, the profit split, the higher is better. Like
Yeah.
90%, I think it's a sweet spot.
Sure.
80% maybe, but yeah, I think like there's maybe 7 or 8 very good pro firm I currently use every day, and they're very good. They pay out and they have a good reputation, I will say.
Yeah. And you use multiple, like you don't care about like I mean, obviously assuming the accounts you are with like follow the rules that you like, but you'll use one and the other and another one and you don't really care.
Actually, I just copy trade all of them. I just
Yeah.
take 1 or 2 trade a day and I copy trade all of them, and I just do base hits. I don't go for a run, so it's going pretty well. I don't have like issues with okay, this one have this kind of rules, this one have maybe sometimes it will be an issue with like the scaling and my position size. Some firm don't want me to go heavy. For example, one I can go 1 mini, another one I can max 2 minis. So sometimes it can be difficult, but other than that, I don't have problem with platform at all.
Yeah,
Sure.
good.
Yeah.
I saw the clip of you talking to Austin about how you found edgeful.
Yeah, no, that's the real story. Like,
I would love to hear that story. I'm
Yeah.
not sure the people in the chat.
Yeah.
By the way, we have 420 people live, so I appreciate all of you.
This
You
is
guys
crazy.
can like and subscribe wherever you're watching. Follow wherever you're watching. If you're watching on Twitter or YouTube, if you're watching on Jacob, we're all live on your accounts
Yeah.
too. Wherever
no
you're
worries.
watching, just like and subscribe, please. It really helps us out. But I would love to hear that story, just for anyone who might have not seen that clip.
Exactly. So people think maybe because we work together and I'm getting bases, like it's bias, but actually like edgeful really changed my trading. I was an ICT trader with a lot of discretionary, so it was very hard to replicate every day like the same results. So I found you guys and I started using the report. I built a strategy around the report, and since then I make like $500,000 in one year. I don't know who did that in the profit space, but like
Beautiful,
edgeful,
bro.
to be honest, like beautiful, like edgeful changed my life, and I was able to use that. And I have even like a mentorship now, and I speak highly about you guys. So I'm sure there's plenty of my students use your stuff every day. They go there, okay, daily bias, and there's everything like in the section play now, so they can
Yep.
see, okay, so what is going on in the market right now. So this is just beautiful tool, and I'm using it every day, and I'm doing my tweets. I showcase how I use it, so it's just beautiful. Like
Good, bro.
without us getting like affiliate or working together, I'm already using it. So why not, you know? And it
Yeah.
changed my trading forever now. So I'm
Yeah.
very
Well,
grateful for you, Andre. Like beautiful product you got.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is just so you guys know, he was a user
Yeah,
before.
exactly.
So he was a user of edgeful, and then this is like kind of like he blew up his like crazy payouts. Like has had incredible success. Really, really happy to see that. Like that, those are like the best stories. Those are like the stories that like we love to see. Like unfortunately, they're not as public as your story. Like all of the stories that we see, and by the way, we got a massive sell-off while you were explaining that. But unfortunately, a lot of those stories like yours are private, and it's not our place to share them. So like we get in our messages, in our emails, like, you changed my trading. I cannot believe I ever traded without this. Like, and all of the stories, you know, the typical like success stories. But it's not our place to go and publicize these people's like personal stories. So I wish that we could, but like we can't. So it's
why is that, Andrew? Why you can publish those maybe testimonials or good messages?
Yeah, we can ask for testimonials, but yeah, we could ask. It's more so like if someone sends us a personal email that has like some detail about their story, about their life. Like, hey, I was really struggling. I was like ready to give up on trading, and then I found edgeful. I saw the streams. I started watching all the videos, and like now it's really like gave me the confidence. Like I've gotten my first payout. Like all of these things. I don't really want to just screenshot it and be like put it on Twitter, because I don't know if they want me to share it. Like we can ask, but it's a little bit more of a personal thing sometimes when they send it over email, because if they wanted to leave a review, they would leave a review.
Yeah,
which a lot of people do too.
Yeah, of course.
Also,
sorry, just to butt in, we are absolutely every single Mag 7 stock just turned red right now. So, Jacob, what I also look at, and I know Andre does as well, but whoops, let's sorry, Andre's screen. I'm
gonna get while you explain this, I'm gonna get a coffee quick.
Look at this. Every single Mag 7 stock just flipped green at the moment. Sorry, flipped from green to red, and we were up pre-market quite heavily on them. So now on the video coming down, and obviously that's what moves the markets, right? There's a stock.
Yeah,
so
of
when you're
course.
trading NASDAQ, obviously it's going to be based on the tech stocks. So very, very interesting to see this. This was all green pre-market, and now we look at Apple. Jeez, look at that candle on Apple. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy to see.
ES is melting down. This is crazy.
Yeah, so is NASDAQ. So you're only going to look to trade from like 10 a.m., like 10, 30, 11 a.m.
Yeah,
onwards.
yeah, around like 10, 11. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
where I trade most of the time, and I don't like spend so much time on the chart. I think it's very good for like the mental health. Do not like
Yeah.
trade too much, take too much decision. I think it's a
Yeah.
good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you trade for like an hour, try
Yeah,
and get your presets, and
yeah,
then
maximum 1 hour, and I'm out. Yeah, exactly.
nice. I like it. That's the right way to everyone. It's like we get into trading to make money and get our time back, but then we spend a lot of traders spend 8 hours on the charts. Like,
Yeah,
no, it's not,
yeah.
you know?
This is funny. Yeah, they think
Yeah,
it's the more you work, the more you will make money, but this is actually the opposite.
exactly. Especially when you
Yeah.
copy trading, like 10 accounts or something like that. You make $200 on your XFAs times 5 accounts.
Yeah.
That's $1,000. You know?
Exactly, exactly. I agree. Like the compound effect is just crazy with like all the accounts, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
what
we are
kind of trade you take typically, James? What you're looking for?
opening range break and retest. So now that we are pushing lower,
Okay.
I'll look for maybe something like this. We might not get it, it might just melt without me, but something like this where we break the opening range low and then I get a retest off the New York session VIP and I look to take that play over there. That's like my go-to trade. If I'm
Okay.
looking
With
to
your
if I'm
with
looking
a
to take like a
240
swing
point
position,
with a
I know,
240
dude, this is
orb.
absolutely crazy right now. So like
Wow.
Jacob, sometimes I might take like a swing position if I really like the shorts like now. I might
Okay.
take something like this from time to time where I like that, and I might
Sorry,
go like
sorry.
stop loss at half day, but that would be like a 400-point stop at the moment. You know?
Okay, yeah. It's crazy. I know.
Jacob, one thing about James is that he trades CFDs. Are you familiar with CFDs?
I'm not. I'm no.
It's
I
crazy.
just no future.
It's okay. That's totally fine.
Explain like the position sizing.
So let me pull up my screen one sec. So right now, James can risk on NQ the orb high, which would be 240 points.
Yeah.
But he can, so, for us, like we have contract size. We have like 1 micro, 1 mini, and that's it. Like 1 micro is $2 per point.
Yeah.
He can decide any like fraction of a micro, which means that he could risk $50 and risk 240 points.
Okay, so he can decide what kind of risk he can put on.
Exactly. So like
you can change the contract size to be whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So if I want to have like a 400-point stop on the NASDAQ, but I want to risk $1,000, I can do that. If I want it to be 100 points, I can also do that. So it's like pretty cool like that.
You can pretty much, imagine you can break 1 micro into like 0.001 micros. And then now you can change all of your risk. So you can like James could theoretically, if we go to like a 4-hour chart, James can risk, or I go into a 4-minute chart. James can risk all-time highs and risk $100.
Whatever I want, yeah.
Okay, that's
because you
very
can change the position. You can change the position size. So like in markets like this
is perfect.
Good.
It's perfect. Yeah. But like we can't do that because like we don't have CFDs and we have to trade futures. Yeah, here, look at this comment.
Okay.
I'm going to take a small sell position. I'm in at 311, so I'm going to go stop at previous day's high. So it's like that. I'm going to risk $1,000 on that. That's a 233-point stop.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, so he's risking $1,000, but his stop loss is 230 points away because his position size is much smaller than what a micro would be.
Yeah.
So it's
I think futures should introduce that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
it's something that you can do in Forex too. A lot of Forex. Yeah. James, that's right?
Yeah. Because CFDs is known for like FX, but you can trade the US indexes and stocks and everything on it. But yeah, it is pretty nice because like now I would like to play this directional play potentially on NQ, especially breaking pre-market lows. I'm just going to look to trade it back towards the level that we ripped at yesterday, but I have like a 200-point stop, but I'm risking $1,000.
Yeah.
Actually, when I trade, I don't look at contract size. I only look at
dollar.
A dollar, exactly. How much I'm risking. That's it. I think most
exactly what I do.
Like TradingView should do that, and all platform or platform should do that. Just dollar amount, and you put the dollar amount you want to risk, and that's it. Like,
That's exactly
I,
what James does.
That's
yeah,
exactly what I
exactly.
do. I don't even know
Yeah,
the position size that I've got on. I'm
exactly.
only looking at how
Yeah,
much I'm risking dollar wise.
exactly.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people ask me, Jacob, how many con you go? Like, I know you go heavy. How many con? I mean, I say I don't know. Every day is a new day. Like you just said, Andrew. Some day the range is pretty big. Some range like is very small, so it can very change every day. So I just look at dollar amount, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
If Thank keeps making such large ranges, CFD might be coming to the US.
yeah, dude.
So that's my position right now. We can go. Andre, what are you seeing your side?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I want to go short ES, to be honest, but even if we look at this for a second, like where's my stop going to go? Is my stop going to go above the structure right here? Like if I go to I'm on a 1 minute here,
Sure.
and I'm going to target what for right now? Target like an arbitrary target, because I don't have a target right now. I could look at the orb by levels. Jacob, I know you do this.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I love that.
So I could do this, right? Even if I do like a 0.2 and then a 0.5, and I do that, right? Like I could target the 0.2 and the 0.5, these two, but also for ES, a 12-point stop is a pretty big stop. You know, like I don't want to, and even if you go to a 5 minute, like there's no, like if you're on a higher time frame, there's like no valid stop until the midpoint of the midpoint of the orb right now. But I mean, I'm not risking 26 points on ES. Like there's absolutely no way. Like if it popped back up on ES specifically, like I want the short, I just don't have a valid place to set my stop yet. So it can flush, and it probably will, but I'm not interested in the stop loss placement right now. Like the setup isn't really there for me at the moment. But
Sure.
I'm just loading up the what's in play one more time here.
Yeah. DAX is also coming lower, so that was interesting to see too, just pre-market. But yeah, all stocks on the Mag 7 have flipped red now. Look at Apple's 50-minute bar, bro.
Where is it? Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Dude, if Meta doesn't pick up, I'm going to be pretty upset, actually. Jacob, you probably don't know this, but if I go to a 4 hour here. I've always wanted to be in Meta, and I never really. Just go to the daily chart.
Like
I didn't want to buy it here. Sorry?
For long-term investment, I believe.
Yeah. Buy and hold.
Yeah.
Buy and hold. Yeah.
So it just kept running. During the April, this was the April sell-off. So it pulled back massively in April. This was the tariff conversation from last year.
Yeah.
And then it just ran and it ran and it ran. And I should have bought it here, and I did not buy it here.
Yeah.
But after the earnings, I'll go back to the 4 hour. After it hit 800 or almost hit 800, this earnings, I was like, you know what? This is my opportunity to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So I had orders set at 650, at 600, whatever, all throughout this area. And I've been adding in over here. Now it made a run back to 740. And I thought that it was going to make another run, it did make another huge run at 520 back up to almost 700. And then earnings came out, it got crushed. And then now it's falling off again. Now, unfortunately, I do think that we're going to retest 500.
Okay.
But if you're thinking in the next 10 years, it's actually probably going to be a good thing that it does retest 500, giving us another opportunity to hopefully hold.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm a buyer of Meta at 500, at 400, at 300. I'm below 100, I would be concerned. And I would be in a pretty massive loss, honestly, if it does get there. So hopefully it doesn't. But I still like the company as a whole. Anywhere here.
So is it this only company you're investing in, or there's
No. Long term, I like the S&P 500.
Yeah, of course.
But not SPY, VOO, which is the same exact thing.
Yeah.
But it's much cheaper to own. So the fees are a lot less if you buy VOO instead of SPY. QQQ is another big one that I think is super important for people to own. I mean, this is not financial advice. Obviously, everyone in the chat, don't go and buy it because I'm saying this. This is my opinion, obviously. But if you look at the SPX, which is the S&P 500 index, and you compare it to the NDX, which is the NASDAQ, and you go to a monthly chart, you go to a weekly chart here, since 2000, pretty much.
Yeah, QQQ is better.
QQQ is better.
Yeah.
Now, if you go pre-2000, if you go pre-2000, the SPX is better, but the blue line is the NASDAQ, and the outperformance is actually crazy.
It is. It's because of technology.
Yeah. So the NASDAQ is 50% made up of technology, and it's the tech index. So instead of having to pick, I should be in Amazon, I should be in Meta, I should be in Broadcom, I should be in Microsoft, I should be in like NVIDIA or whatever else, you can buy the NASDAQ or the QQQ or the NASDAQ, and then you can just buy and hold that, and you can just like buy it recurring on like a weekly basis. But the other piece is like you look at a company like PayPal, and a company that everyone uses, but the stock sucks. So for my long-term portfolio, I try not to pick. I don't want to pick stocks for my long-term holds. I want to buy whatever is in the top 10 of the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ in terms of the top 10 holdings.
Understand. And why you think PayPal did very poor in terms of?
I don't know, actually. I haven't done enough research on it.
Because Elon sold it. Elon sold it.
Yeah. James, what do you think about the short?
I've got my wide stop on it, so I'm still going to hold. Yeah. It's at the New York session VWAP now, so we would need to see a rejection off of this level for sure.
You want me to pull up your screen so you can cover it?
So we're at the New York session VWAP right now. I would like it to obviously hold this level. But we did get quite a hectic flush down. So maybe I can look to layer in. We'll see. We'll see what happens at this level. Put another 2 minutes on this 15-minute bar.
Yeah, this is a little bit tough.
Yeah. I know it's probably tough, especially for you guys that are trying to, with the contract sizing and everything as you've spoken about. But I mean, even the Dow's trading lower. Mag 7 stocks are all red at the moment, except Google's just pipped up a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I've got a wide stop on it. So yes, also looks bearish. Yeah, Apple had a massive 15-minute bar to the downside. So yeah, let's see. We'll see in the next 15, 30 minutes what we do here.
Dude, this Apple chart is crazy. Looking at this Apple chart, like from 2000 to now, like, oof. What a run.
It is. I was thinking about buying like QQQ, but a TQQQ, like triple
For
X.
long term?
Yeah, I will wait for a dip, but I think I will do that. I know it's very risky, and the decay can eat like my profit.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think it's still very, very good, and I can have like a massive return. But I know it's risky. I'm aware.
It's to buy and hold like for years.
Yeah.
The decay is a really important thing you should pay attention to.
Yeah.
Those are built to swing trade like for a couple of weeks. You can technically hold it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you trade options at all?
I don't know what option.
Okay.
No, I'm not familiar.
So the way that the leverage comes into those instruments, like TQQQ and any of the 3x leveraged S&P 500, 3x leveraged Tesla, whatever, all those like leveraged products, is they get levered with options.
Okay.
And all of those options have an expiration date. So the fund that creates the leverage has to constantly like recycle the options because they expire.
Yeah.
So if you buy and hold, sometimes if you don't get the timing right, it makes it really difficult to. Is there another? The 10 a.m. wiggle. There you go. If you buy and hold, it makes it a little bit difficult if it starts to chop around because your performance will start to decay, even though the actual NASDAQ is not down as much because of the time decay of the actual options inside of the product.
Oh, I can understand.
Yeah, that's the issue. But
okay,
you can swing trade it. I personally would not recommend buying and holding any levered product like that. What you could do is buy long-term QQQ calls if you want to do that.
Yeah.
And your risk is a lot lower, and you can get the leverage on the capital because I'm not going to get into an options lesson right now. But if you buy the calls like 1 year out, you'll be in you get the same exposure to the upside, but you don't have to also put in nearly as much money. So that's another thing. But I would recommend looking into long-term options, like 1 year expiration options, if you want to go long QQQ, and hold it for a year.
Okay. I will look.
Just look into it. You don't have to do it, but look into it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Look at this reversal too. This is even this candle here, 100 points, another 100-point candle on NQ.
And NQ is way stronger than ES right now.
Yeah. Feels like the top is going to break here. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I agree. I think we're going to get that inside bar stat. We're going to get that previous day's high. If you look at what's in play right now.
Fridays are always interesting for me and for my trading. Always try to be very careful on Fridays.
Yep. Let me look at some of these. So inside bars by weekday, inside bars again, 92% on NQ, 89% across any weekday, 92 on Fridays. Inside bars by open, also 73% of the time touch the high. Bias is very long here now. Sorry, James.
Yeah, I've got a wide stop, so we'll see.
I would not be surprised if previous day's high gets taken here on NQ just because of the inside bar stat. And if we get in the next 27 minutes a new IB high, then we're going to start to layer in all the IB stats with the IB buy rejection and everything else. I don't think Zinc is watching because I think he's on. No, I don't think he's watching today, but maybe Dan is. But yeah, I'm interested to see price going towards this previous day's high. Again, the problem is that I don't see an entry here because like I said before, even if you look at ES, this was actually the place that I would say would have invalidated the short down here, which is way too far away. But now if it breaks above this, if it breaks above here, there's your new IB high on NQ. Wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, so strong.
What's
I think that we're gonna.
I'm down. I'm halfway to my stop loss right now, so we'll see.
You're halfway to your stop?
Just over. Yeah, I went with the wide stop, bro.
I thought you risked. Oh, I thought you risked IB like
No,
New York session.
Just actually, I went above it actually too, just because of the ranges.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a new IB high here. So the low form first, high form second. So far, I mean, it's pretty locked in now. But what I'd like to see is something, or maybe something like this.
Yeah.
But I don't want this previous day's high to be taken yet for the inside bar stat, because I'm expecting the previous day's range to be taken out. And there's no way it's going to wait until 10:30. But if we can get something like this, I would be more interested in something like this. I mean, in partial trades, honestly, because I'm not holding a trade for 170 points, I would probably do something like this, honestly. But yeah. But if we can get something like this, I think that would be pretty solid. ES is lagging pretty hard too, honestly, right now.
Yeah. I don't like when ES and Q are not at the same place, like going strong together.
Yeah. The other thing is ES opened above previous day's high, above the midnight open, and above the gap fill. So ultimate reversal setup, by the way, it hasn't set up in a while, but ultimate reversal setup did play out today on ES. Opened above the previous day's high, tagged previous day's high, tagged the midnight open, tagged the gap fill. So just so you guys know, if I go back to edgeful, go to the get started page in the top left, the first video, how to take a trade using the reports right over here, is the ultimate reversal setup. That is exactly this short trade that played out here. 1, 2, 3 targets. You use the indicator, the ultimate reversal setup indicator, and it will plot the levels for you. When you see that it opens above, those are your 3 targets. Obviously, this is like not that big of a move, but the rest of them, the midnight open and the gap fill, were really, really nice today. Now, that first candle happened in the first 30 seconds, which is unfortunate, but yeah, we might get this inside bar high now.
Yeah, I actually just closed mine. I'm 80% to the stop, so I just closed that.
Yeah,
I'll see what happens.
Yeah,
dude, what a crazy
reverse. There it is.
That's pretty wild.
I don't know. Like, what do you do?
I mean, it's very interesting. That's why I said like the first 15 minutes is every day is so many fake out. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think it's super tough to.
Yes, it's lagging though, as you mentioned a little bit.
Yeah, lagging.
There's a comment here. What is the inside bars? I will explain. Inside bars is today opened on NQ. This green line is today's open. I'm going to switch actually to a different clean chart here. Give me 1 second while I do this. Okay. So you see previous day's high, previous day's low, right over here. This is our ultimate reversal setup indicator. It automatically plots the previous session's range. So you see this red line and this red line here. That is the previous day's high and low. Now, inside bars checks only the days where, I'll make this yellow, only the days where price opens within yesterday's range. So it has to open in this red zone between the previous day's high and low. Now, for every time that that's happened, if you go to the inside bars report, it will be loaded in your sidebar, by the way, when you open edgeful, because we have the most popular reports in your sidebar already. But on NQ in the last 6 months in the New York session, every time that price has opened within this range, 88% of the time, it has broken out of the range, which means you are either targeting the previous day's high or the previous day's low. 88% of the time, 63 out of 71 days have broken out. Only 8 out of 71 have not. Those were on the days that have, or the two most recent ones were 2 days ago when the previous day's range was 1,600 points. And then 2 days before that, when the previous day's range was 1,100 points. So you obviously don't want to expect back-to-back gigantic days, but in this case, when you see price opening within yesterday's range, that is a huge signal to target either the previous day's high or low, and then you use other reports like the initial bounce, like the IB buy rejection, like the opening candle continuation, like the gap fill or whatever other reports to tell you which side you should expect to break, either here or here. We also have the IB or the inside bars by open, which is in the what's in play. You can see it's obviously not in here anymore, but it is in the what's in play. And if you look at inside bars by open, 73% of the time when price opens above the midpoint of yesterday, it touches the high. So again, the bias today was to break up here, especially with the IB low forming first, especially with what seems to be a green opening candle, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, all the reasons for the long. So that doesn't mean, by the way, that James's short trade was invalid. It means that, let me switch back to a 1 minute here. I'll switch back here. It just means that you can still catch a short on the downside. It means that you can still catch a short to the downside, but later have the price move up. So
yeah, this is pretty crazy. I mean, just the last 50 minutes has been 300 points up.
yeah, I mean, like, is today the day to, again, not to bring up options again, but like today
yeah,
the day
maybe better to, yeah, true.
To sell options. Like if we do get a pullback, like the scary part is if there's another headline, then your options position is destroyed. But like if we get another headline, right? Like if I pull up the orb again, if you get a pullback into here, these levels aren't perfect, but for explanation purposes, you get a pullback into this area or this area, and now we have all the bullish confluence, so we're expecting something like this. Selling put spreads below the low of day, not that terrible, expecting price to go higher. So, yeah, I mean, it's complicated because you don't want to sell options on days with big catalysts. Like you never, I mean, not to never say never, but you never want to sell options on days with earnings or FOMC or CPI or days where you're expecting a headline or some sort of speech, because your position can like instantly go against you. Like you want to sell options on very boring days that chop around. Those are the days where the decay will actually work very nicely in your favor, because what you want is you want to sell it and you want it to like immediately die out. And when there are headlines and there's volatility, the options just like stay alive because like you don't really know what's going to happen. So that's an important thing to mention. But we are getting a decent pullback now.
Yeah, I just.
What do you think about the longs? What do you guys think about Jacob? Are you interested in anything yet?
Not yet. I will not take a longs yet, but yeah, the trend is looking for longs. I will be waiting. I want ES to pick up, and because right now it's lagging so hard, so it can be hard to long NQ if ES is lagging like that.
Sure.
Interesting. James, are you going to say something?
No, I was just going to say, Jacob, are you mainly trading NQ or ES, your side?
Actually, both.
Okay, both.
Like
Nice.
one day it will be one.
Yeah,
It's like, for example, today, if one is stronger, it will be NQ because he's stronger. I'm looking for longs, but
sure.
another day can be ES because he's stronger. So I'm looking at it that way. So I will wait for price to break the IBI or the low, and or try to
Yeah,
target the extension.
Yeah, we do
nice.
the same thing. James and I will long the
Yeah,
stronger one and short the weaker one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. By the way, I see a question here about the look back period. I rarely go more than 6 months, especially in these markets.
yeah. It's
If
just so different.
what's up?
No, it's just so different. Like even compared to 2 weeks ago, right?
Dude, I know. And people are like, oh, well, you need to test this over 20 years. I'm like, dude, you're delusional. Like, it's just not like you should not actually be testing this over 20 years because these markets are different from what they were 2 weeks ago or 1 month ago or 6 months ago, even. Like, yeah, if you want to use data from 2005, be my guest, but you're going to struggle with it.
We spoke about that intro like
Yeah, we
1
did.
week ago.
We did.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's true. Like, it's true. Like, you can go back as far as you want, but it's just not going to be relevant for today.
Yeah.
Like, more data is not the answer. More relevant data is the answer.
So, how long do you think it's the best, like the maximum someone can go and with the data? Do you think it's 1 year? Do you think it's 3 years? What think it's the sweet spot?
It depends on your trading style. If you're a swing trader, I would say a year probably.
Okay.
If you're scalping on a 5-minute chart or a 1-minute chart and your hold time is on average like less than 10 or 15 minutes, data even from 2021 is not going to help you. Like, you want what's happening right now. Now, if you're swing trading and you're holding for a few weeks, and I see a question here, I think 6 months is not the minimum. 6 and 3 months are the minimum for me, but it's important to understand like what the direction of the data is too. So ES is finally picking up here, but it's important to understand the direction. So wow, this is insane, to be honest. If it's getting stronger and stronger as you go to a smaller time frame, meaning you go from 1 year and it's at 70%, you go to 6 months, it's at 75%, you go to 3 months, it's at 80%. That's a positive signal that in this market environment, it's actually working better and better. That's important. That's one thing that I used to mention it a lot more, but that's an important piece. But if you're swing trading, I think 1 year is important. But if you guys are interested, and this is something that I told Jacob on the call.
Yeah.
I don't publicize this ever, but we do have data that goes back more than 5 years. So if you just keep if you go to the 5 years and then you just keep clicking back on the calendar, if you're interested, which I think, again, Jacob, I told you this on the phone, I don't think is valuable.
I mean,
you can go back to 2018.
I was thinking about, the more years, the more data, the better. But you told me, Jacob, you need to focus on what is going on right now, and the market is always changing. So I think everything is good, and you can have previous data that are maybe 5 years, 10 years ago. It can be maybe something good. But I understand your point about 6 months and 1 year, because everything changes very fast in the market, so you need to adapt always.
Yeah, I mean, even if you just like people forget so quickly what happened 4 or 5 years ago. Like, there was COVID.
Yeah,
the entire world shut down. That was not that long. If you want to go 10 years, you're gonna include that. You're going to include interest rates at zero forever. You're going to include the first time in 40 years that we raised the interest rates. You're going to include unprecedented financial, money printing financial stimulus. You're going to include the Russia-Ukraine war. You're going to include all of these other things. You're going to include
Yeah.
2 elections, maybe more, depending on how far back you go. Election cycles, like the environment is so different. Like even if you were trading in April of last year, it's completely different.
Yeah.
So we're getting some questions here in the chat about Jacob, like how you like to trade.
Yeah.
You want
Can
to
I
just
answer
explain?
them?
Yeah, of course. You can see the chat, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Been following for a while. Wonder where do you place your stop? Yeah, most likely swing high, swing low. Nothing crazy. I don't really use the term order block and stuff like that. It was more before, I will say. But yeah, just swing high, swing low. I like to have a wide stop loss. I know my R are negative, but it's working pretty good for me. Can you tell us how you use edgeful? I mean, edgeful, I kind of use it every day. Like Andrew just showed you guys. You can see what is in play. So right now, you understand that okay, longs are in play, and will most likely you don't want to really short right now because
Yep.
I mean both assets are going higher and higher, so
Yep.
very nice to use every day. And how do you manage your stop loss with aiming for extension? My stop loss is kind of discretionary, but yeah, swing high, swing low, and you can just go back test and see for yourself for the strategy. So yeah, that's can we hear? Yeah, the strategy. I'm only trying to target the extension after the IB is broken. It can be on ES or in Q. I just wait for the closure and the break, and I just try to go with the trend. Yeah, what were you saying, James? Sorry.
No. Just interesting. You're waiting for the literally just waiting for the
Yeah,
IB break and then trading the extension
yeah,
of it.
yeah. Have you ever tried that before?
I haven't, but I've been on stream with obviously Zinc for quite some time. So I've been doing a lot of like markups and back testing and stuff like that, just checking it out.
Yeah, very interesting stuff.
It's interesting. There's a lot of different ways, like for every trader is going to be different, right?
Yeah.
Like I use edgeful differently. And that's the cool thing about trading. There's not like one way to do something. I think that's like probably the biggest thing. Yeah.
There's multiple strategy. There's multiple emotion that people feel.
Yep.
There's people that are able to have a good risk management. People are able to manage emotion quite well. Some people can't, so they do some small scalp. So everyone is different.
Sure.
We have a little pullback here. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just
Yo.
I
was listening to what I was just getting another coffee. I was
course.
listening to what, yeah, of course. The part that makes edgeful very complicated for me and for the company is that everyone does trade differently and everyone uses the data differently. So it's not like, oh, you want to go and like work out, like you want to go and like get stronger. You need to do step 1, step 2, step 3. Like you need to do this, this, and this. You need to train this many times a week. You need to do this many reps. You need to do these exercises, and you get stronger. But with edgeful, it's like there is no recipe, which makes it very difficult. Like we can show you how we use it, but that doesn't mean that's the way that you're going to use it. Like the way that Zinc uses it is different the way that I use it. Different than the way that James and Jacob and Dan and all of the however many people use it, which makes it very hard for us, like our education around how to use the platform, because we can't pick one thing to be like, this is what you need to do, because it doesn't work for everyone. Like it doesn't fit their personality, it doesn't fit their position size, it doesn't fit their risk style. Like that's the very difficult part. But it's something that we're like always looking to improve on, obviously. But yeah, I mean, when I used to do calls with the users, when I would explain it to them, it would always like click. Be like, oh, wow, that's crazy. I know what I'm going to do now. So what I'm trying to do is figure out a way to build that light bulb moment into the app itself, so you can get to that moment by yourself instead of me having to explain it to you either on a stream or
on
whatever.
10 different calls.
Yeah, exactly. Which I actually like doing the calls, to be honest. I think it's important to
see
keep
where the
your
users are at and so forth.
Yeah, like what are they struggling with, and like it's only through conversation that you really discover that. But yeah, I mean it's interesting.
Yeah, I learned a lot of stuff, Andrew, when we did our call. Like, it was interesting. There's so many stuff I didn't know, and it was very useful for me.
Yeah, no, it's good. There's a lot in the platform too, and the reports, like, it's a lot. Like, I know it's a lot. Like, there are so many of them, and we're gonna be releasing this. It's not done yet. We're trying to make it pretty much like, for anyone who saw my tweet about this going live, it was supposed to go live, and then now it's like been failing. Like it's running so many calculations that it's timing out, which is, we're fixing it now. Like, our CTO is fixing it. But pretty much, Jacob, did I show you this, the Discover?
I'm not Discover.
I don't think I showed it to you, right?
No.
Yeah, it's something that's new. So for anyone who uses edgeful, this will be out soon. And really what the purpose of this is to show you, instead of you going through and clicking every report and checking all the customizations and checking all the sub-reports, you can go to the Discover page, you can select your ticker, you select your session, you select your look back period, and you just go through and you scan it. And what it will do is actually look at automatically for you, what are the top reports that you should be looking at right now? And that doesn't always mean the highest percentage in terms of the data. There's a combination of things that make up the score, but you can see that a lot of these are the IB right now for...
Yeah.
I think it's rigged with zinc.
I don't like how many. I need to change the score actually, because all of these like 100 scores are like way too big. Like, there's too many reports that have a score of 100. But if you scroll down, you can see all of these outcomes pretty much, like in this case, inside bars by weekday stayed within the range on Wednesday, has a score of 3. So like, you obviously don't want to look at that. That's why it scores 3. You can see there are a lot of these reports also that have a score of 0. So I need to fix the scores so there aren't as many with 100. But this is going to be a tool for you that every month, as the markets change, you're going to go through and you're going to be able to click scan and then be like, oh wow, this is actually one that is better. So if you click on it, what you'll see is score from 30 days ago. This has had a pretty meaningful difference in the score from 30 days ago. Now it's at 98. It was at 79 before. So you'll know what goes in favor and what goes out of favor. But these candles are unbelievable. A 60-point candle here, a pop off the orb high. I don't know.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, tricky.
If I pull up the IB here, in the next 3 minutes, I mean, if the IB closes in this area, we're going to get a really good long opportunity to target this IB high. The thing is, what is that, your screen? Perfect.
Yeah, it's my screen.
Yeah.
I'm not trading right now, but it's just for like maybe
okay,
when the RP will break. Yeah, it will be ready.
Let me just pull up my screen and we can switch back to yours for a second.
Yeah, of course.
It would be great if we can get price to stay in this area, specifically above the IB25. And if in the next 2 minutes it closes above this 29,527 area, looking for a long targeting the IB high, this would be actually a very solid trade here. 44-point stop. I think this would be a higher risk trade because one candle can take you out.
Exactly, like the can open low like the next 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and you're out. This is, but this is a good RR indeed.
Yeah. I personally wouldn't target exactly the high here just because I'd be a little bit concerned about it. I'd probably pull it in just before 29,600 round psychological number. It's like roughly it's actually pretty big. It's like 30 points difference. But realistically, I'd probably take my profits like somewhere around here. But if we can get this trade, I think this would be pretty solid here. But I wouldn't want to risk more than 50 points on this. And I would definitely say this is higher risk because most of the 1 minute candles on here have been more than the stop loss. When you think about it like that, the odds of you getting stopped out is very high unless you're leaving a 100-point stop, which I'm not interested in doing. So there was 1030. It did not close in the correct area, meaning the highest probability area, because it closed between the 25 and the 50. So if we go to the reports quickly. So for every time that it's closed, which it did in this area here, in this red shaded area, when the low forms first, 57% of the time, the first break is to the high in the last 1 year. Let me go to the last 6 months, actually. Yeah, I mean, this is not great stats. I am still confident in the longs here, but the 25 to 50 is not a good spot for it to close in, honestly.
Geez, also just the wicks, bro. Like 50.1 minute bars. It's not, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do about it. Yeah, this is a 58.1 minute bar. Like, that's tough. That's tough, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
So Jacob, you're gonna wait for the break and then the close?
Yeah. Maybe not the close. I will see. Maybe just break. I'm just FOMO in. Hopefully we go for the 0.1. We'll see. We'll see.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know, guys in the chat. What are you thinking? I see Andrew Grant said look by weekday too. If we look by weekday, so we look at 25 and then we look at Fridays. Yeah, I mean, 80%. So it's granted it's only 5 days. 4 of them broke the high. 1 of them did not break the high, which is why it's 80%. That's why the calculation looks like this. I'm confident that this high is going to break, but you just need the entry. You need the right entry. That's the tough part, because we can get a headline or a 1 minute candle that's going to like flush the stop, and I'm not leaving a 100-point stop on this trade, so I would need a better entry. What would be nice is if it sweeps, like if it just like flashes down, breaks this low, and then that would give me the opportunity to take the trade like this, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Russ is saying, do I always look at the 0.1 extinction or all for? I mean, on the edgeful, you can see that when we have like big ranges, like as initial balance, we're less likely to go for 0.3, 0.4. So today, there's a lot of movement, so I will just be considered, like I will just focus on 0.1 and that's it.
Yeah.
Because the range is so big. So most likely price don't want to deliver and distribute higher again.
Yeah. So yeah, even the 0.1 today is 40 points. Like,
yeah, it's risky.
Yeah. So here we might get this move down that I was looking for. I just don't know, honestly. Like, James, what are you thinking on this?
Dude, I'm actually, I'm not too sure about these longs. I would probably like to, maybe if it came down to like the New York session VWAP at like 430, maybe look for longs off there. But
You want to pull
like
up your
just
screen
on,
1 sec?
yeah. So maybe something like this where we move back down to the New York session VWAP like that. It just like this bounce over here also is failing to take out the highs. So I'm just, I'm just sitting flat right now, bro. Probably not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like the longs, to be honest. I just don't know what this pullback is going to be before this IB high gets taken. Like,
also, ES is showing a little bit of like wicks over here to the opening range high as well. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm just not really sure, honestly, because I do think the IB high is going to get taken, especially because previous day's high was taken on both, which is another report that's going to give you long bias.
Yeah,
but
opening candle continuate. Interesting on ES, the opening candle continuation was actually red. What was it on NQ? Green on NQ. So there's definitely a little bit of divergence.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, I am getting a little bit like itchy to take this long. Like I'm.
Let's have a look.
I am getting a little bit itchy to get this long. I think that honestly, I just missed the opportunity. Like being a little bit too hesitant here. The IB 25, I mean, you'd be up 60 points or you'd be up 60 points on that push. I think that there's definitely room to get to the IB high. I don't know. I don't see this. I don't really see this like doing a full flush right now. I just really don't like the stop loss placement at all. And like, if I would have liked it more if this like really broke this low, but yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, just pop it.
Yeah, so this is the tough part. The ES took the IB high, NQ didn't. So, I don't know. I still like the longs on NQ, but it's hard. What are you thinking, Jacob?
I'm longing right now ES for the 0.1. It can be risky, I know. We have a divergence with the NQ, but we'll see.
You want me to pull up your screen?
Yeah, you can, no worries. If this trade don't hit, I think I will be done. But yeah, huge rejection here. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, it's part of your process. Like,
yeah,
nobody wins all their trades.
Exactly, no worries.
We'd like to.
Look at this comment. Just made 400 grabbing when you said, I think I missed this trade. Yeah, I do. I'm trying to like, now I'm overthinking it a little bit of like, how much am I trying to like FOMO into this now because I might have missed the entry here, but I do like the longs, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. How many points away is your target?
Me?
Yeah.
It's
14 points?
Yeah, 14.
So now you just wait. You just sit, right?
Yeah, just sit and try to not be too much emotional about my position.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, exactly. I try to not let money like. Yeah, that's the cool thing about edgeful. Like, you have stats, you trust your stats, and I'm just trying to trust it. And yeah, that's it.
It's, you know, for anyone who like doesn't really understand what that means to like trust the data, a really easy comparison is basketball. Everyone knows basketball. Everyone knows how it works. You're not going to get, like, even Michael Jordan doesn't make all of his shots. Michael Jordan only made 50% of his shots, which means that if you were to bet every single time, you would lose literally 50% of every single time he took a shot. So if you're going to sit there and be like, oh, he sucks because he missed 3 in a row, that's not the right way to think about it, because there are like probabilities behind everything. So like, even if Jacob takes a loss on this trade, which I hope doesn't happen, obviously, but even if he does take a loss on this trade, it's not about the next trade. It's about the next 50 trades.
Exactly.
Like the next 50 trades are what you need to worry about, not the next trade like today.
Yeah.
So that's a really important piece to understand, is the next trade should never define your trading success or failure.
Sure.
It should never be able to define whether you make or break your trading or whatever it is. That's a really, really important piece when it comes to trading, because a lot of people are like, well, I want to get a payout. I want to rush this process. I want to do whatever, X, Y, Z. And then you're like, well, I lost 2 in a row. And it's like, every hedge fund on the planet has red months, has red quarters. Like,
exactly.
It's just important to think about that, to think about it that way. And James, what do you think about these longs?
Dude, very interesting, dude. I don't know. 15-minute chart still wicking. It's what ES is. What's ES doing? Yeah, I don't know. We're still trading on ES, still inside the opening range. Just which is obviously not my best setups as well.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't know, dude. I'm kind of interested in the longs.
When I'd rather, for me, and this is just how, like, what I'm trying to work on, like when I'm not sure, probably should sit on my hands instead of trying to play around. But definitely took are you long? Yes. Yeah. No.
He is, but I'm not. I don't know. I think the longs are interesting on NQ, to be honest. Now, if we get a headline, out of our control, but I do think it's interesting, because I'm pretty confident the IB high is going to break, but it's just about, does it hit the midpoint of the IB before it rips, is the critical question here. So I'm going to go to Edgeful AI. Guys, I recommend everyone in the chat to try Edgeful AI and just ask it a couple questions. I think it's pretty important to do that. So play around with it, have a conversation with it. You do have to click Analyze Reports and attach the report first. Just keep that in mind. You do have to do that. But, let me pull up my screen here. So what I want to know is, how often does ES break the IB high and NQ break the IB low, or NQ no break? So what I did was I loaded the data in here for the last 6 months for ES and NQ initial bounce, and I just asked, how often does ES break the IB high and NQ break the IB low, or NQ no break, which is what might happen here. And let's see what happens here. But this is important to understand. This has only happened 9 out of 127 days. And ES took the IB high and NQ hasn't yet. If you're playing the odds and you're playing the data here, NQ breaking that high is not a terrible trade. You can see it right over here. So this is another really easy way to be able to like use Edgeful AI to trade in real time. Like right now, I saw this happening and I wanted to know what happened. It's super easy to determine that. This sell-off is actually hard to believe.
Dude, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like I was with you on the longs, like I liked it, but now look at this. This is down like 200 points off the highs on the NQ. Wow.
Yeah, I did lose to this trade. It's fine. This
Totally
is
fine.
trading. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is life.
Anyone
Totally
that
fine.
says they don't take losses is full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you're going to have periods where you're taking like weekly losses as well. I think that's where you
Yeah.
have to. Someone actually asked me, like, James, what do you do on like when you're taking losses? I actually sometimes just like trade one account, and I'm like, let me not make this worse, and just try and get my confidence back by taking sound snaps. It's never going to be. You're going to feel sometimes as a trader like you can be. I've had a great start to the year where I've taken good payouts with FTMO, with prop firms, on my personal as well. But you're still going to have times and moments where you feel like, geez, what am I doing? Because you've taken like 3 losing days in a row or whatever it is,
And you like think about that. 3 losing days. Like that's not that big of a deal if you like really think about it.
It's not.
Like in the moment it feels terrible, but like 3 losing days in a row is like not that big of a deal.
And as long as you have your max daily loss limits in place, like I have my personal max daily loss limits in place, you know what you could lose on any given day anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
By the way, I think that the long trade that Jacob that you took was totally solid.
No, it's fine. I mean, like I think it worked like every day of the week this week, so it's not a big deal. Like it's just stats, it's just probabilities. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I think that was. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty surprised with this pullback back into yesterday's range and back into the IB because it hasn't broken yet. Because if this breaks the IB low, you're looking at a 9% stat, which is obviously like.
Just watching some of the stocks as well. Nvidia's rolled off the highs too, so that could be the reason for Nasdaq coming down. Yeah. Tesla's on a low of day. It's interesting to see how Nvidia and Nasdaq look actually almost identical from time to time.
Can you pull up your screen?
Yeah. So like, look at this. Like, look at Nvidia's just rolled off the highs like that. Yeah. And then if you look at the Nasdaq, looks very, very similar. Just rolled off the highs. Yep. So that's why I think I know some guys want to keep it like as simple as possible. I still think you should be watching the Mag 7 stocks.
Yeah. I
I'm going to try a second short here. Break of the New York session. I was short earlier from bad price. So I'm going to try a second short here. I'm going to go stop loss half day. So if this needs to make a new half day for me to get stopped out on this one.
Let's do it.
Both
I love the CFD. You can go with such a wide stop. Like,
you're going target low of day?
Yeah, target will be low of day, and then we'll see if we want to flush through that. But we're taking the New York session VWAP again for the second time. I did try a short, maybe at a poor price at pre-market low. So I'm going to try another short and see if it wants to flush. Yeah.
Yeah. Jacob, you take one and done, or no?
Maybe 2 sometime, One or 2 trade a day. 1 or 2 trade. When I lose one, sometime I will go for a second, and yeah. But I have a trading plan. I always try to stick to it.
Yeah.
I don't trade more than 2 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know the days where you trade 15 times, so it's a bad red day.
Exactly. But the thing is, I already told you, I think this morning, Andre, it's Friday can be very tricky. Can be sometime inside the bar, and sometimes it doesn't break, or sometimes the extension don't hit, or some stuff like that. So I know like Fridays are kind of hard to trade for me sometimes.
Also, I was going over pre-market as well. The volume and range by weekday. As the week progresses in the New York session on NQ, you can see that more volume comes into the market as well. And especially on days like this where the volume is just has been so big, it can be a little bit more tricky. Yeah. But obviously, you should find more opportunities there as well with a wider range.
So that's an interesting point. Is it makes it difficult to actually like enter and take the trades, but what it also does is it allows you to catch a smaller piece. Like if the total range is 10 points, you got to catch the whole thing to make money.
Yeah.
But if the whole range is 500 points, you only need to catch 10% of the move to make good money, 50 points here or there. So it's easier to not have to pick the top and the bottom. The only problem is that setting your stops is way harder in this case. So just something to think about.
Someone's asking what stat am I using for this NQ short? I'm not really using any given stat, but if you do want to have, I probably should be shorting ES, to be quite honest with you. I was speaking about this pre-market, about the opening week range report with edgeful. So after Monday and Tuesday has taken out the highs and lows, we did break it on ES here to the downside. We've got it like a 26% chance of coming up and breaking for a new high. So I probably actually should be short ES, but that is where it is filtering in from that that report, that side. So yeah, I can actually bring it up again. So that opening week range report. So after Monday and Tuesday sets a high and low. In the New York session, we can go to the daily session as well. So in the last 6 months, let's go to ES because that is what it's actually playing out on. 26% of the time we break for that new high. So yeah. Interesting price action today, though.
I mean, I don't know. I think that if this rally doesn't really like hold, I don't know. But the issue is that there's such a strong catalyst right now that
let's go back.
The issue is that like this looks really nice, but the IB low formed first. There was a green opening candle. Price took the IB high. Like to go short here, it could just keep flushing.
For sure.
But on any given day, if you do this every single time, if you take the short here every single time that this sets up, you're gonna have some issues. If you read something else, you use your discretion to take the trade or whatever else. There's maybe another catalyst is coming in. Then it's like a little bit of a different story. But overall, it's not terrible to take a short here. But as long as you know and your risk management is in place, that you know that you're going against all of the data, meaning IB low forms first, IB high forms second, closes near the IB high. There's a green opening candle. Price took previous day's high. Like, there's a lot of reasons why price should go up based on what the data shows, but you can still take a short and make money is the difficult piece.
Yeah.
So,
let's have a look at
how's everyone doing in the chat, by the way?
So the screen is setting up.
I know Drip to Rip took a $400 winner at the high there. Wow.
It's
Ryan. Sorry, Ryan. No, I'm speaking about ES. That's why I said I should be short ES based on that.
James, check your chart.
What's that? Oh wow. Oh my goodness. See, that's the headline.
Yeah, and that is me not interested in
yeah, I'm going to close and I'll be done. Yeah. Wow. What came through there? You know what came through?
No. I'll check right now, but no.
So do we know what was the headline?
I'm going to check right now. Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding has never been closer. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I mean, there it is. Like totally. I mean, in terms of like the long bias, yeah, the data says to go long. I'm sure, Jacob, you're furious that you got stopped out. Now you would be back in profit. But like, honestly, it's a headline. It's not that the price. I don't know. It's. No, Ray, I did not take a trade here. Yeah, it's the 1050 wiggle. That's right. I don't know. Honestly, with I don't know. I mean, the data shows that the IB high should break. I'm sure if Zink or Dan are in these trades, they're probably thrilled.
Yeah, I mean,
they need to name these agreements like hurricanes so we can keep track. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, the bias was long today in terms of the IB low forming first. Like, only 7% of days. NQ won't break when ES breaks the IB high. Jesus.
Yeah, it just break. And wow, this is crazy. Wow. Here you go on ES 0.1, 0.2.
You're talking about a 250 point move in 3 minutes.
Yeah. This is exactly what you were talking about, Andre, before. Like, everything's like, those markets are crazy.
It's so hard because, like, if the ranges weren't as big, you probably would not have gotten stopped out on your ES long.
But yeah, you're right. Maybe
a 30-point move in 7 minutes from when you entered doesn't happen. So that's why I was saying that, like, the stop loss placement is so much harder because it can just rip your stop and then just rip the other way. Now, granted, again, this was a headline that did this, but I don't know. It's pretty.
It's
tough,
crazy.
honestly.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, how many points is this on NQ?
260.
Yeah. Wow. This is crazy.
You know what's crazy is that we're living in this time. Like, I'm sure that the people who were trading in 2000 during, like, the .com bubble were like, you should have been there, man. Like, you should have seen it. It was crazy. And, like, now we're living in the vertical move that was. Did SpaceX go? Like, is it tradable yet? By the way, anyone in the chat? What we're doing is we're living in the time of this. 33% on NQ in 2 months. So
Crazy.
Drip to rip. I'm happy about that.
That's wild. Yeah, ES 54 point. I mean, that's massive on ES as well. 54.
Look at this. 900 point winner.
Nice. Good job.
Sorry, not 900 point, $900.
$900, 900 point.
It will be crazy.
I mean, I don't know what you do about this. The bias on NQ is long. The data showed that it's very unlikely that once ES breaks the high, that NQ won't also break the high, which gives you more confidence to go long NQ. But it was a headline that did it. I think that if that headline didn't come out, I'm not sure that would have happened, to be honest.
Well, yesterday I had 2 from 2. Today 0 from 2. Jeez.
Well, it's fine.
Let's check financial juice.
I think that we're not going to get too much information from them.
Yeah, Iran's foreign minister. Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the long bias on here on NQ was definitely the one to go for.
Yeah.
Jacob, that sucks. Not going to pretend that it doesn't.
Yeah. That sucks, but that's life. I took another trade on my phone with other account, another strategy based on edgeful that I don't want to disclose here. But yeah, it's I finished on those accounts green. So overall, I'm green. for today,
Perfect.
and I will not trade it. I will not trade anymore. But yeah, this trade I took on ES is, I mean, I will take it any day.
Yeah, you have to.
All week it's been playing out perfectly. So just unfortunate what is going on today in the market, but at the end of the day, just stats and probabilities, and
Yeah,
that's it.
it's good. That is a perfect way to end our. Look at that, Robert. This is an even better way to end. M2K algo hit TP, $340. I did nothing.
Wow.
There you go.
Let's
There you
go.
There you go.
All right, guys. This is a good stream. I just stopped sharing my screen. It's 11 o'clock. I hope you guys stay safe. I'm happy a lot of you guys made money. The chat was doing well today. And we'll end the stream here. Jacob, don't close your browser yet, because I want to.
Yes. So sorry. How do I do that? I'm sorry.
Okay, just give me a second. Just don't do anything.
I'll send you the link. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good
Cheers,
one.
guys.
Thank you.